Welcome to ministry. Number 8. People are the point. I was in my second located ministry, and I hadn't been there very long when I was asked to go call on a gentleman who'd been hurt at work and wasn't able to come to church. And so it seemed like a normal thing to do, so I went and called on this family. We spent about an hour together and had a really good time getting to know him. And just before we were done, he looked at me and said, until today, Dow, I really didn't like you much. I thought, wow, how do you not like me? I'm so likable. And he said, it just seems like every time I see you, you're too busy to talk. And for a minute I thought, well, yeah, because you see me on Sunday morning right before service starts. I've got sound problems and choir to get done, and I'm trying to get everything started on time and make sure everything works right for the service. And he said, but Dow, aren't people the point of ministry? To this day, I'm not sure that Dick realizes how important that was in my life as a minister. You see, people are the point. Sometimes we get so caught up in the working of the machine of ministry that we lose sight of the work. And the work is people. We are called to bring transformation to the lives of human beings. When we look at creation, God says everything was good until He makes people, and then it's very good. People are made in the very image of God, and they're the reason Jesus came. The church is people. It's not programs, it's not doctrines, it's not worship services. It's people. And if we're not working in the lives of people to change people, then we're missing the point. For some of us, people aren't very easy to deal with, and some people are really hard to deal with. Brokenness is rampant in humanity. If it weren't, Jesus wouldn't have had to come. But when you have to deal with people, you have to deal with their brokenness, and in ministry, their brokenness will spill all over you. And sometimes that gets really difficult to handle. But listen, you can't lose sight of the reality that people are the point. People are the reason we do what we do. If our programming isn't designed around our people, then it's worthless. If our teaching isn't communicating to the people that we're seeing in our everyday lives, then what's the point of teaching? If our worship services aren't geared to draw people into God's presence, then we're missing the point. Jesus died for people. Jesus died so they can be with Him. You see, someday all of it's going to end. We're not going to have to teach anymore because Scripture will be fulfilled. We're not going to have to lead worship services. The angels got that handled. We're not going to have to do programming because everybody will be saved. But people are eternal. People are spiritual, and they live forever. And where they spend their eternity, that's why the church is here. That's why Jesus came, because He was concerned about people. Because people are the point.